Hola. Hola. Oh my, what big eyes. Oh my, what big eyes. I'm pale. Oh, I'm pale for my color. Actually, no, it's the light. Anyway, good morning. Hope everybody's doing good today. Um, I am going to show off a project that I'm working on. One of many, one of many. But it's a way that you can repurpose something and make it something else, you know? Like what I do when I cook. When I make my chicken, I make my a boiled chicken breast with the bone, with the rib on it, and then with the stock, I save the stock, and then I prepare jasmine or basmati rice or potatoes, vegetables. But anyway, I'm going to show off a crafting project I'm starting. Oh my! I've lost a lot of weight too. It's because I've been sick, but I'm alright. Hypothyroid, hyper, parathyroid, pre-diabetic, not fully diabetic. Lemon, my celery lemon water. I don't know. It just didn't work. No, it works. I mean, if I didn't eat healthy, if I didn't maintain my weight at this age, this point in life, 65, God willing, I would have a laundry list of additional ailments besides the ones that I have that from just. But anyway, hold on. I'm gonna show off something. Hold on. Here we go. This here, this is it's a Spanx. It's like a Spanx. It's on that in that order of garment tree. So what I'm gonna do here, I'm gonna cut the band off. I was actually gonna detach it here with the thread at the seam, but it's too much. So I'm just gonna turn it inside out. I'm going to turn it inside out. I'm gonna cut it. I'm gonna use this as a headband because I have unruly hair. No, not unruly, it's just coarse. And when you have coarse hair, well, for me, I prefer it to be off my face. I also take the elastic band from bras that I purchased that, you know, after a while the bras get pretty run down and shabby looking. I take the elastic off and I use that as headbands. Also, I use the elastic from the bras when I sew little pouches. I'll show that. People say, "Oh, you got all these great things. Sell them, sell them, sell them, sell them." It's like, you know what? It's just stuff that I create. It's just a design concept. Okay, so here you go. Right here. This right here. All right? Now, with this, what I'm going to do, I'm going to shorten it a bit to make it a headband. All right? I have a large head, but my head is not that large, you know. I have the coconut head. I have the coconut. Yeah, man, it's the coconut. The coconut. Let Miss Coconut find her tape measure. Coconut, coconut. Okay, I gotta find the tape measure. Hold on, hold on, hold on, everybody. Yeah, so right here, see? This will be. Let me turn it around. I'll put my camera around. Hold on. Let me show with my Kanagin head. Oh, look at that here. See? See that right there? Right there, see? See that? See? All right, let me get my tape measure. Yeah, if you repurpose stuff, I mean, reuse stuff. Because we are the nation of waste. Waste USA. Waste USA. Oh. Hold on. Now here, I have all this material here. I came in here looking for my tape measure. My tape measure. Um, well, anyway, you get the picture, right? You understand what I'm doing? This is a machine. I haven't even started it yet. I have to start this. And this is my Juki, which has to be put into its case. But because I have all this stuff that I'm doing on my own, well, it's a little bit extra time consumption for me, but it's okay. So anyway, yeah, that's what you could do with stuff like that. This here, these are tops that I picked up, right? Turned them into little handbags. All right? People, again, oh, you could sell it. You got all that great stuff. Sell it, sell it, sell it, sell it. Yeah. There's two. These are blouses that I picked up from, I think, Salvation Army, thrift shop in Connecticut. There's a great one that I go to. I haven't been up there in a minute. It's called Savers. I love that store. Oh my goodness. Okay, tape measure, tape measure, tape measure. So anyway, you get the idea, right? So no problemo. This right here, this is a machine. This machine right here. Oh, so sorry, everybody operating difficulties. Where's the camera? Where's the camera? Oh. Oh. Hold on. Right here. Go back. Flip. Here's the Juki. It's got to be put back in. What happened was I used this one time and something wasn't correct, and then I had to have it serviced. So now I have to have it put into the case so I can get my projects out there, get the stuff. But again, I'm doing this on my own, solo. Anyway, there was the that, there was the that. That's because I did this stuff. Another project here. See this here? This is butcher block, 2 pieces. This is the table that I showed off that I paid $40 for. So what I did with that, oh God, a project. I'm the project organizer. Hold on. This is what I did here. Hold on. See that? Yeah, right there. This is gonna go across. This is a cabinet that I had in the kitchen, and I had it moved. Yeah. I'm not hung up on buying all that new crap because I did that when we came up here, my husband and I. It was from my little small tiny apartment in Manhattan, and that was 500 square feet, I think. So anyway, a lot of stuff was needed here. So, and then I thought I was going to live happily ever after, and then I charged a whole bunch of stuff because I was going to live happily ever after, and this was going to be my happily ever after, and well, that happily ever after turned into happily not so frickin' after. But try to work it out, make the best of it. But anyway, getting back to not being stuck up on buying all that stuff, because when you spend to buy, you put yourself into a financial, like a funnel, because you're accumulating, and then while you're accumulating, all that stuff that you're accumulating is going to have an enormous amount of interest unless you just do it as you go. But I had to learn that, we all learn, and then we find out the truth about stuff that you're like, holy shit, did Was that it all along? Hold on, I'll be right back. Let me get back to my project. Let me get back to the project of showing off my skill set. Don't go nowhere. Don't go nowhere. I gotta get the case. So anyway, here we go. I got this here. This will be sewn. That's one. That's one project. This is my guard. This is my guard for my back. Yes, because the stunt woman was hit by a deer on the New York State Freeway. 70 miles an hour, the middle lane. Speed limit was 65. I was only 5 miles ahead. The deer came. When I tell you, talking about being freaked out, you're like, oh. Wait, let me get a step down and we'll demonstrate the deer. Oh God, who's at my door now? Police, open up! I got a warrant for your arrest. Can I help you? Yeah, goodbye. Bitch, don't come knocking on my fucking door. Hello, I'm back. Here we go. Here's what happened. Oh, I gotta get the car. Let me get the car. I have a little car too. Knocking on my door. Get the fuck out of here, lady. Hold on, let me see these bitches. I got you tagged, baby. I got your plates. I got your plates here. Who the fuck you knocking on the wrong door? You knocking on the wrong door for what? For what? You don't know? You don't know where you're going, sister? You don't know where you're going? Hold on, I'll be right back. Come on, man. Yeah, that was crazy. This lady knocking on my door. Wrong house. You got freaking glasses on. You're driving a new car. Give me that bullshit. Wrong house. Fuck out of here, lady. I have a utility pole by my house, right? And that it has, every utility pole has the number of where your grid comes from, right? A lot of people don't know this. People were parking over here in front of my house. That's after I told on that the little kuka crap head. Anyway, the little short arm guy. Here I was driving. Here I am. Da-da-da-da. Bambi comes. I'm sorry. Now let me make the bear. I don't want to use a gorilla. Out of respect. Here I am driving. Da-da-da-da-da, driving along. Got in my automobile. And then Bambi came. Pew! Bam! And I'm like, my whole body shook, right? Driving back. Boom! I swear, this deer The deer's head, it was like The Godfather. It was like this. Against, I was like, okay, God, I'm all right. I'm ready to go. I'm here. Take me. Shook me up. Anyway, I went a long way for that story, but I moved in, I bought this house, we moved in here, and the fantasy island of what I thought it was turned out to not be a fantasy island. But anyway, getting back to reusing stuff. Work with what you have. Work with what you have so you don't have to keep going broke. Pay off as much debt as you can. Sell stuff that you thought you needed that you don't need. And if you got to file a bankruptcy, file a bankruptcy. I mean, look at what they're doing in our government. Look at what they're doing. Look at what they're doing. Now that people have gotten the wake-up call, do you think that he's going to make the eggs cheaper? Because he's not. He's not. They're going to do what they're going to continue to do. They're going to keep making all this chaos because they want to shut down as much of the government as possible. This is what their intent is. So the only thing I could say is for the people who cast their vote for Donald Trump, your lack of information, your lack of global economic matters, and a lot of your bias and a lot of your prejudice has brought us here. And I at one time voted Republican, and I'll tell you the story behind that. I was married to a fireman, and the fire department in the city of New York and in other municipalities, for the most part, is a Caucasian type of an operation. And being that I was basically the interloper, the kind of stuff that I would hear was very, very, very evil, very, not from my husband, Peter. He wasn't on that wavelength because he was mixed. He was Mexican and he was Native American. He never knew what he was, and I told him, I said, you're part Mexican. How do you know? I could tell by your bones. What do you mean? Your zygomatic bones. My what bones? Your facial structure. Oh, like how dare I? How dare I as a little woman know about bone structures and anthropology? It's called knowing people. You can tell someone's ethnicity, you can tell somebody's race by their facial structure, by their features, by the skin tone, by the pigmentation. Anyway, long story short on that. The type of information and the belief system that people have in these type of organized municipal jobs, male-dominated, white male-dominated, there's a lot of racism. There's a lot of underlying racism that happens. And I've seen it. I witnessed it. I mean, there was some woman, her husband, he was her husband at the time. He was also killed on 9/11. Somebody that I follow here had somebody on their show, and they spoke about this individual. Okay. My ex-husband, he worked FDNY Ladder 42, Engine 73. Anyway, this one guy's wife was studying nursing, and she said, very, very casually, very Karenish, I ain't treating no ends. I ain't cheating no ends. I ain't caring for them. With her Karen. Oh my God. So I used to hear a lot of that stuff. So I bring this up because this is the society that we're living in. This is where we're at. These agencies, their foundation is based upon racism. All right. You look at at the at the prisons. I'm going to bring it back, right? Desk appearance tickets. A desk appearance ticket is when a person is issued a ticket for a violation, whether it be, let's say, walking around with an open can of beer, fare evasion, um, whatever, a lewd behavior, whatever. Desk appearance tickets were a high commodity, okay, for revenue. But the desk appearance tickets were also a high commodity to be issued to male whites and female whites. But the male blacks, the female blacks were given handcuffs to go down to central booking. These are all stats. This is all stuff that anybody can look up. Anybody can look this up. So this is a society this is where it's based upon. So this stuff that we're seeing now coming from the White House, it's nothing new. We've seen all this before. We've seen this show before. But now it's magnified. Now it's magnified because now you have the wealthiest man in the world who is dominating and leading the United States of America. So he needs to go. We need to get him out. And we need to restore democracy. And I'll say this, for the people who are rah-rah, maga-maga, rah-rah, the cops, the firemen, your 20, 25-year pension that you have, brothers and sisters, would not be available, and are not available in the corporate frickin' world. And you sacks all know this, but yet you vote on the right because you want to preserve the integrity. What integrity? The integrity that you screw people over? That government has screwed people over for centuries and centuries, and they prepare laws that only favor the friggin' Caucasus Mountain people? Because that's what it comes down to. This is what it comes down to. You could look up every state law, municipality, how laws are written. They're written to favor the white Aryan race, the wealthy people. You could be white and be poor. You know what? You're white and you're poor. You're still going to have a better shot than somebody who's black or brown who's poor. That's the truth. That's the truth of reality. Tell your mother to backflip. Tell your mother to backflip. I thought I had comments turned off. I guess not. Keep the comments running. But anyway, people, we're going to get through it. Oh, yeah, look, I'm watching Elon with his chainsaw at CPAC. Elon with his chainsaw at CPAC when the Argentinian president, who created nothing but total austerity and screwed the people over of Argentina. So those Trump reduced egg, gas prices, those cards are not going to be issued. It's not going to happen, people. They are going to do everything they can to make the economy collapse. But China is going to save the United States. China is going to save the United States. Russia is playing the game with Zelensky. Zelensky's not having it. Okay? China is going to save the United States. Yep, that's what's going to happen. Watch and see. Watch and see. Another thing, people, keep plenty of water on hand. Keep water on hand. Keep batteries on hand. Go to a craft store, a dollar store, wherever you got to go. Buy yourself this. Hold on one second. Buy crayons. Keep crayons. One crayon. Listen to me. One crayon will burn. You can have heat and fire. You can cook using a crayon. Gulf wax. Buy this. Buy that. Any old candles that you have laying around, scented candles that you're not using, make sure that the wicks are good. Keep them available. Because when the ish hits the fan, because it's going to, because they're going to play with power grids, they're going to do all kinds of mayhem to say, well, we don't need this, we don't need that, we don't need this. Coming from the welfare queen who's making billions per day. The welfare queen, the breeding welfare queen. All right? All right, people, we'll get through it. We'll manage. Trust and believe we'll manage. Go to your town hall meetings, stand up, represent. Don't sit still for this crap. You know what? This Karenized freaking government that we're living in, that these people get away with ish because it's how, the old boys club runs stuff. I'll tell a story. We were driving down to Florida. This is 2007. 2006, 2007. My husband, Mark, and my sister, Catherine. My husband, Mark, male white, 6'2", hazel eyes, very white, very fair. My sister, Catherine, very white, very fair. My half-sister. We're driving. When we go, because up here we would take 84 down to 91, and then hit 77 down in, I think it was Columbia, somewhere in the Carolinas. Nice ride going down 77. You see the mountains of Virginia. It's really nice. You see the peaks where you get the 3 states that merge. Anyway, we're on 95 and we're seeing the signage. Maurice's Barbecue. Maurice's Barbecue. Honey Mustard Barbecue. Maple syrup, beef glaze, all this stuff that's advertised, and we're salivating. We're like, and you drive and you stop off. Maybe you get a cup of coffee. You get get the junk food. My junk food of choice would always be French fries, just craving the salt or whatever. I would indulge in some fast food crap. Any case, seeing the signage, Maurice's Barbecue, Maurice's Barbecue. We finally get there, right? Right hand to God. They were having a meeting. They were having a meeting of the KKK. They had all the memorabilia out there. They were like, food to go, food to go. My husband, my sister walk in. I roll in behind them, right? And they're like at the door. They see them, two whites. They were thinking they were a couple, right? And they see me. Food to go, food to go, food to go. I swear to God, right hand to God, right hand to God. Maurice's Barbecue, Maurice's Barbecue, Maurice's Barbecue. Yeah. So people, racism is alive and well. Racism is alive and well. Right now we got the Klan member. He's up at the White House. He's got his other Klan member. He's got that Elon Musk. All right? We'll get through it. We'll get through it. We'll get through it. Don't worry, people. We'll get through it. Because you know what? There's always a clown show. There's always going to be a clown show. The difference is that the audience members, that being us, we know the clown show. You understand? We know the clown show. So we see it. We see what's happening. Again, I'll say it again, swinging back to, for the people who benefit from your 20 or 25-year pension, 25-year job, when you get a lifetime pension, brothers and sisters, you don't get that in corporate America. All right? You don't get that in corporate America. Now, my husband, Peter, like I said, he was a fireman. He used to work as a paper handler, right? So now, family, my stepfather, his brother-in-law worked for Roadway. He was a tractor driver. And we would go there for dinner, and then they were over there at my stepfather's house with his brother-in-law, his wife's brother, and his wife. And they were talking about, because my stepfather worked for sanitation, he always had a second gig. My husband Peter, he worked for fire department. Me, I had the job at the city, but then I used to, when I was single, I would bartend and I'd work as a hostess, right? Anyway, they're talking, and Uncle Bernie, he wasn't my uncle, Uncle Bernie told my husband Peter, let me tell you something. You cops, you firemen, you guys bust your ass. Yeah, you did. You work hard for your money. But let me tell you something. Not a one of you, not a one of you are going to come to my job and do a second job. We don't want you there. You know why? Because we can't go to the firehouse. We can't go to a police department and moonlight there. All right? That's the difference. That's the difference. So when you're sitting back, you're collecting your pensions, and you're able to work a second job because you're able to bang out in 20 years, 25 years, you're still a relatively young person. You don't get that in corporate America. So remember that. Remember that when you try to fart higher than your asshole thinking that you're better than people. Remember that. Remember that. Anyway, Miss Philosophical Individual Crafter will continue on with the rest of my day. We'll get to it. Have a good one. Have a good one. Thank you for blocking the basura that's on here. Till next time. Bye. You know, the people you don't like what I gotta say, keep it moving. Because I'm gonna keep talking about stuff. You don't like it, keep it freaking moving. Oh, and a message to the Goldilocks. Any Goldilocks that have had an issue with me, well, that's gonna be your problem. And apparently it's been your problem, so keep it moving. Keep it moving. Don't come for a frickin' 747 when you're only a paper airplane. Don't do it. Don't do it. Don't do it. People that are quiet and demure, that don't ruffle feathers. When our feathers get ruffled, trust and believe. Trust and believe. We're gonna break some wings. Bye. Have a good day. Thanks for watching.